Boss Babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lavinia Lizette. I am an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since 2008. I have owned 4 businesses over the years, one grossing over $900,000 selling hair extensions. In today's video, I just want to share how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected me and my hair business. So, as you guys know, this is a global pandemic and lots of people have been affected by this pandemic. A lot of businesses have closed. A lot of businesses, are struggling during this time because it is definitely really hard. For me and my business, as many of you may know, I live in the United Kingdom and I own a hair boutique in South Georgia, and which I'm currently in. And during this pandemic, I did have to close the doors to my shop for 2.5 weeks, which was crazy. I could not believe I had to close the doors to my shop. I've never had to be closed before, so it was nerve-wracking for me. Now, I do have an online store, so I was still able to make sales online, and my staff here in Albany, Georgia were also doing pickups for our customers. So what would happen is a customer would place an order online, we would arrange a pickup, the customer would come to our front door, ring our doorbell, and then my staff would go to the door and hand them their package with masks and gloves on. So we was able to make this work for several weeks. That way my staff could still have an income and I could still sell hair extensions in person and online, because they did, whenever we had online orders, we had to come into the store, package up orders, mask up, and then go ship them out. So I did see a change in sales. I feel like some people were scared to spend hundreds of dollars on hair extensions in the middle of the pandemic when people were losing their jobs. It just wasn't wise, although there were still people who were making money and who were able to still buy the hair extensions. So although I did see a change in sales, by the grace of God, I have 2 ways of making sales with my company, and that is through in-store and online sales. So I was not drastically affected by the pandemic. But now the pandemic is on its way to an ending stage and I'm still being affected by this pandemic. One of my employees has contracted the virus, so I did have to shut the store for a few days to have the store deep cleaned, and I had to sort out a few things. So this pandemic has affected me. One, financially, I did lose a percentage in sales because of the store being closed and because of the pandemic alone. And I also did have to deal with ups and downs with pickups, delivery, shipments. It was a headache. But I have made it through. My business has not had to close. I always make sure I have funds set aside for any type of incident that may happen. I always set myself up for situations that could take me out. I always try to stay one step ahead of it. So I would suggest doing the same. This pandemic should be a huge eye-opener for the entire world. Number one, we were all dependent upon the government. People who are out of work are depending on the stimulus checks. We're depending on the government to support us, to continue our pay, unemployment, and to me that is just really scary to have your finances being dependent upon somebody else. I feel like this is the time now for people to pay attention to the lack of control in our finances that many people have. Now is the time for you to start that business, start that side hustle, because if something like this was to happen again and you're not able to work, what would happen to you? What would happen to your finances? We need to be more in control of our finances. So I think now is the time to work on multiple streams of income. More streams of income that you have control over. Because like I said, if it wasn't for my business, for me being able to do pickups and ship online, I could have been affected more so than I was, So you always want to make sure that you prepare yourself for the worst. This is the time for us to pay attention to the lack of control that we have over our finances and to do something about it. Start that side hustle, start a business, start having multiple streams of income. So when situations like this happen, you are not in an awful bind or awful predicament. So this has affected me, but by the grace of God, I have been able to prepare myself for incidents like this. I've been burnt in the past, badly burnt in the past. I had an employee/friend steal over $20,000 worth of inventory from me. That could have took my business completely out, but I always plan for stuff like that. That is a story time. That is a situation that I can discuss for a story time, because that was really a crazy situation, and I'm still to this day having to deal with this situation that took place years ago. I'll share that with you guys if you like. If you're interested in a story time about that situation, give me a thumbs up and I'll definitely create a story time for you guys. But this is just the time for us to take more control over our life and over our finances. So if you were badly affected by this pandemic, now's the time for you to analyze what happened and how you could prevent something like this happening again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share with you guys like some of the things that I've gone through during this pandemic. It has been really stressful and nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I have made it out and I'm still making sales. I am so grateful. Thank you for all of my supporters. I love you guys so much. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are not following me, come head over to Instagram and follow me at I am Lavinia Lizette. And also check out my hair page, which is PoshLife Hair. And if you like these type of videos, I do boss talk videos going over how to start, run, and grow your hair extension business and all kind of business tips and tricks that I've learned along my journey. If that is something that sounds interesting to you, go hit that subscribe button and join the family. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.